Chapter 9, Mishnah 10. The Mishnah cites another case where a neder was made in error and is permitted automatically, even without annulment by a sage. If someone says, Konam, that I will not marry so-and-so, the ugly one, but in fact she is beautiful, or he says, Konam, that I will not marry so-and-so, the dark one, but in fact she is light, or he says, Konam, that I will not marry so-and-so, the short one, but in fact she is tall, in all these cases he is permitted to marry her. The Mishnah explains, she's permitted to him not because she was ugly and then became beautiful, or because she was dark and then became light, or because she was short and then became tall. The case is not that her appearance changed and the neder can be annulled because he would not have made the neder had he known that her appearance would change. A change in appearance cannot be used for annulment because it is nolad, an unexpected change that takes place after the neder is made. Rather, the woman is permitted to him because the neder was made in error. He mistakenly thought that she was ugly, dark, or short, but in fact she was beautiful, light, or tall the entire time. Since the neder was based on a mistake, it is invalid even without annulment. According to another Tana, however, even if she was ugly or dark, etc., at the time of the neder and became beautiful afterward, the neder is invalid without annulment. It once happened that someone made a neder forbidding himself to benefit from his sister's daughter because he thought that she was ugly and did not want to marry her, and they, members of her family, brought her into the home of Rabbi Ishmael and made her beautiful. Rabbi Ishmael then brought her before this man and said to him, "My son, was it regarding this woman that you made your neder?" He said to Rabbi Ishmael, "No, I did not mean to prohibit someone so beautiful." Upon hearing this, Rabbi Ishmael permitted him to marry her. Rabbi Ishmael reasoned that since it was possible to beautify her, she could not have been ugly in the first place. The man's neder was thus made in error and did not require annulment. The Mishnah concludes the story. At that moment, Rabbi Ishmael wept and said, "The daughters of Israel, i.e. Jewish women, are really beautiful, but poverty makes them ugly." Rabbi Ishmael cried over the tragic state of Jewish girls in his day, who because of their poverty looked unattractive even though they were naturally beautiful. And when Rabbi Ishmael died, and the daughters of Israel deeply mourned his loss, and they raised a lament, an expression of grief over him, saying, "Daughters of Israel, cry over Rabbi Ishmael." And so it says in King David's eulogy about King Saul, "Daughters of Israel, cry over Saul, who would cover you in scarlet with fine clothing, who would place golden jewelry upon your clothing." Samuel 2, chapter 1, verse 24. Because he was concerned for poor Jewish women, King Saul gave them fine clothing and jewelry so that men would want to marry them. Thus, Rabbi Ishmael was like King Saul in that he too had deep compassion for Jewish women who were poor.